forecasters are saying we're going to get a wet summer. So far there hasn't been any real indication of that. We've only had a little bit of rain over the past couple of weeks. This month we're all about planting and propagation. We're doing a lot of propagating of cuttings and planting out seeds and potting on, so it's all the P words this month. I'm ploughing ahead with my plans for more propagation. I've got my lettuce seedlings and my red shiso seedlings are taking off quite nicely. Steve has been propagating some of our existing geraniums, and I've just been down to the nursery. I've bought myself what I would call a pelargonian, is according to the label a hardy geranium, and what I would call a geranium is called a zonal pelargonium. Anyway, no matter what you call them, these are really incredibly hardy plants in the garden. And one of the things I want them for is, you might recall last month I was talking about putting more flowers in the garden. So my plan is long term to take cuttings off both of these ones and put them out in the garden. This big daisy is definitely worthwhile taking cuttings from. It's got stacks of branches. I'm really going to hack into it. There will be some flowers left, but not a lot. So the idea is take cuttings from here and pop these on, and to add to all of the excitement, I've got some more marigold seeds because the snails just ate all of the marigolds that I planted out last month. So my friend has very kindly given me some seeds from her garden. These are much hardier. They all survived last year and they didn't get chewed to death by snails. So I'm going to go with the tried and true and get these ones planted as well. Steve is lifting the saffron bulbs. They've finished growing for now and their leaves have all died back. If we leave them in the ground, they just might rot. So this year we didn't get many saffron flowers, but from the size of the bulbs that he's digging up at the moment, our prospects for next year are actually looking really good. My poor old baby orchids need a repot, so I'm pulling them out of their pots. I'll be soaking them and removing this, whatever this is, around it, and potting them into some new specialised orchid pots that I bought just recently. I've got all the leftover bark here. I'll also be probably reusing a lot of this, maybe finding some smaller stuff and adding some perlite for additional texture. And I've got another one to do as well. Oh dear, the roots on this are pretty crappy. Probably explains why it's done so poorly. And this one's got sphagnum moss in it, which I will be reusing, but realistically I do not normally, I certainly wouldn't purchase sphagnum moss. It's endangered in its natural habitat, certainly in Australia, and it's pretty criminal to remove it. You're just destroying another ecosystem for the sake of your pot plants. I thought this was coir, and looking at it, it appears to be like some type of horrible plastic. So definitely some sort of synthetic sponge. To be fair, the plant does seem to be growing through it. I think this is you can see the good roots. These roots are not happy. In fact, they're dead, and I'll have to cut those off. These are pretty good now that I've trimmed the dead roots off. I'm just going to pop it back in the water, and I'm going to deal with my second plant. Now I've pulled out some more orchid bark, and I'm going to mix that with the perlite And I'm also going to put this sphagnum moss I've torn up. I'll just mix that all back in to give it a better mix overall. And these are the specialist pots I've got. They've got ventilation down the side and in the base, and they're transparent for a reason, because what I didn't realise was the roots photosynthesize. So here are my 2 orchids that I've repotted. These are only the first. I've got my other 3 much larger orchids to go. I bought a whole set of pots for them all to be replanted, because I haven't really seriously repotted these since I bought them, and I'm hoping they'll really appreciate this. They certainly look much happier even now. Steve's also been working out on the front verge, planting our pumpkins. This is something he does every year. Honestly, it's the best place. They can grow rampantly all over the verge, and it just doesn't get in the road of anyone. And if they get out towards a footpath, we just cut them off, not a problem. Last but not least this month, we just had the most amazing, unexpected visitor. Yes, a kangaroo. And whilst we live in Canberra, which is known as the bush capital, I'll tell you now, this is a really rare occurrence. This is only the 2nd time in the entire time I've lived at Feral Manor that we've ever had a kangaroo in the back garden. It's wandered down from the bushland, presumably overnight, and somehow got lost in all the paths and small roads of our suburb. Last we saw, it was heading back up in the right direction towards the bush. We can only hope that it made it. November is going to be a really busy month. We're in the process of changing over all of our beds. I'm looking forward to catching up with you again then. See you soon. Bye.